Welcome to the Hours of Service HOS for Teletrack Drive for Android 7-inch. Now let's take a look at what the Hours of Service main screen looks like. We will go through the steps of how to log in and log out and how to use the tablet to generate the electronic logs using the Hours of Service application. You will need to access the Hours of Service main screen, and you can do this in two ways. Number one, you can press in the area on the right panel. The panel on the right will stay the same, with the date and time at the top, an envelope that represents the messaging feature. Then, after that is the section that represents the Hours of Service feature. Below that is the navigation icon represented by a globe and the Apps button. Press in the Hours of Service section to access the Hours of Service main screen. The second option, you can press on the Apps button on the lower right, then press on the Hours of Service button from the listed options. The driver will be prompted to log in when they turn the ignition on. The drivers can go to the HOS screen by pressing on the HOS area on the right panel. On the bottom you will see the 5 buttons for the Hours of Service. One of them is Driver Login. Press the Driver Login button. Here you will have the driver login screen. Press on the driver ID field to access the keyboard. Here you will enter the driver ID. Press Next. Enter the driver PIN. Press Next. There are optional fields for trailer and manifest or commodity, which you can enter here. When done, press Done. The driver login process has started. Please remain stationary. Once you have placed the driver ID and the driver PIN and ID will be authenticated, and then a Driver Login Accepted pop-up will display. 8 days of driver logs will be downloaded and a Please Wait window will display. The system will then prompt you with a Make Status Edits Before Login screen. If you wish to change your on-duty time or duty status, press Yes. Otherwise, press No. If you do press Yes, you will come to the Status Edit screen. Here, you can change the duty status by pressing on the desired choice, and the date and time by pressing on the box and making the necessary changes using the keyboard. Once the edits have been made, press Save. You will see a driver confirmation window. Click OK. You will be asked if you wish to sign and submit logs. When you press Yes, you will come to the screen displaying the last log that was not signed. Use the arrows by pressing and holding to go to the previous or next day. Press the Signed Log button at the bottom to view the logs that have not been signed. Again, we recommend signing the logs at the beginning of the shift for the previous shift or after sleeper berth for previous shift. Once you press the Sign Log button, you will come to this screen. You may add a note if you wish. Press in the PIN area to use the keyboard to enter your PIN. Press the green box with a check mark, which is the Send button, or click on the top left corner to return to the HOS main screen. You can confirm the driver login process has been completed by confirming the ID, duty status, and time on the left side of the main HOS screen and on the right panel in the HOS section. And again, Once you have started driving at 5 miles per hour for at least 1 minute, the system will automatically place you in driving duty, and notice at the bottom of the screen the buttons are grayed out and the words "Vehicle in Motion" appear. When logging in after a qualified weekly restart period, the system will ask if you would like to take the rest as a full cycle reset in a window like this one. Our next topic is driver logout. At the end of the shift, the driver must log out, even if they are coming back to the same vehicle the following day. To log out, follow these steps. Press on the HOS area to access the HOS main screen. Once there, press on the driver logout button at the bottom of the screen. When asked if you wish to sign and submit logs, please select No and continue to driver logout. You will come to the driver logout screen, confirm all of the information is correct, and press the driver logout button. In the HOS main screen, you can confirm the status of the driver is out on the left side of the screen, and all the time will be at 0 on the right-hand panel. The drivers can also manually change the duty status. They can manually change their status for many reasons, one of which is to signify the mandatory 30-minute rest break when applicable. The drivers are able to change their status to on duty, not driving, driving, sleeper berth, off duty, and adverse conditions. To manually change your duty status, follow these steps. Press the Change Status button at the bottom of the HOS main screen. From the options found at the bottom of the Change Status screen, select the desired duty status. You will be taken to the Confirm Status Change screen. Here, you will confirm you wish to change your status to the status you selected. Press on the green box with the check mark, the Confirm button. Once you have been off duty long enough to meet the 30-minute rest break requirements, there is no need to make status change to go back on duty. Simply drive away, and the system will automatically place you in driving status. There is also an option for oil field waiting option. The driver will have this option if their regulation is set to FMCSA Oil Field Operations Special Trained Long Haul. The driver will follow the same steps to make a status change to off duty. Once the driver confirms they are off duty, there will be an additional screen. The driver confirms by pressing yes, and when the driver is ready to resume, they will change their status to on duty. The drivers can also use the Change Status button to use the adverse driving options. To do this, follow these steps. Press the Change Status button. In the Change Status screen, select the Adverse Driving option at the bottom. A window will pop up with the adverse condition options. Select the desired option. This has completed our presentation. Thank you for joining us.